So it's some people will like this one, some people you'll really like it, some of you might not like it so much, but we'll do our best here. Okay, so yesterday what we did was we took the discount, right? We found the discount and then we subtracted it away. But let's think about this in another way, okay? So you don't have to write this down, but remember this is yesterday. We had our piece of paper, and then we said this is 100%, and we said that's the original amount. And then we said we took off a chunk, right? We took off a little sliver. We said, okay, well, this is 20%. This is our discount price right here, which means we're left with our sales price, which would be 80%, right? Now, one way, what we did yesterday was we found the 20% and then we subtracted it away. Well, today what we're going to do is we're going to subtract it away from the very beginning. And we're only going to deal with this 80%. What do you mean, Mr. Leong? Well, let's take an example here, okay? Let's say that, I'll find a good one for you guys. All right. All right, so let's say, for example, okay? Let's say, for example, we had a something that cost $342.70. So let's just say that was a, I don't know, what's something that might cost $342? I don't know, a new game system. All right, and let's say there was a sale for 30% off. Okay, now what we can do here is just think about this, right? If the sale is 30% off, how much is left over? Okay, how much percentage is left over? Well, just do 100 minus 30, right? And you end up with your faster amount. You just say, okay, well, I know that the whole thing is 100, so that means my sales price is 70%, right? These things have to add up to 100%. So watch what I'm going to do. Check it out. All I'm going to do is this. I'm going to say, well, that means that my sales price is equal to 0.70 times the whole. Or you could do it this way, your proportion way. 70 over 100 is equal to P over 342.70. Okay, do that for me really quick. Do the calculation, whichever way, if you want to do my way, equation way, or if you want to find just the P with the proportion, go ahead and do that real quick.
Um, 239.89.
Yes, you should have gotten something like that. So go ahead and put it out in your calculator. Let's see. So if I do that, I should get what? 239. So 0.7 times 0.89. 200 and yeah, is that what you guys got? All right, now I know I'm going over this kind of fast, but this is actually our final answer. That's it. That's our final answer. What do you mean, Mr. Leong? Well, watch this. Okay, just watch for just a second here. Now, what you would do yesterday is this, and I'll do it in a different color here. Yesterday, you would have said, okay, I'm going to take the sale amount, which is this, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 30 over 100 is equal to P over 342.70. You're going to cross multiply and solve, all right? And you're going to say, okay, so that's 100P is equal to 342.70 times 30. So I'm going to do that in my calculator, okay? 342.7 times 30 is equal to 102.81. Divide by 100, divide by 100. P is equal to 102.81. Sorry. Right? That's what you did yesterday. Now, what you did there is you found the discount, right? This is just the discount right here. And then you have to do another step. You have to subtract that away from the original, right? So you had to do this. Then you had to say, okay, well, 342.70 minus 102.81. And what does that equal? Well, that's going to give you 239.89, right? So that's what you did yesterday. But notice, I already got that. I did it in one step. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Leong, how'd you do that? Okay, so think of it this way, okay? The way that we did this yesterday was we said, okay, here's the whole thing. Here's 30%. That's this right here, 102. And then I am just going to erase that away. So you subtract it. Yeah? Isn't that what you did yesterday? Right? You take the whole thing, you find the discount, and you subtract it away. Today, this is a new method. Again, you don't have to use it, but for some of you might like it. Today, instead of that, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to say, all right, well, here is my whole thing. Here's 30%, which leaves me with 70%. And I don't even worry about the 30%. I only look at the 70%, 0.7, right? And I say, this is my part anyway. This is my new sales price anyway. Okay. Let's try another one. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of practice, but I think some of you might like it. Okay. And again, if you don't, that's okay. Yeah.
For example, like the sale price 42%, right? You just get 100%, and then you subtract 42%, and then you get your
Exactly. Yep. Let's do another example. Let's see if we can do this one. It'll take us a little time. And again, if this is really confusing to you, that's okay. But if you get it, you're gonna like this a lot. Okay, so let's say you were gonna buy a new surfboard because you like surfing, and the cost was $199.95. But it was on sale, luckily, since it's not summertime anymore. Sale was 60% off. Okay. So I want you to try to figure out what the cost would be. And I want some of you, if you understand what I was doing, to do it the quick way. See if you can do it the quick way. So let me kind of do it the quick way with you. Otherwise, if you want to do it the other way from yesterday, that's fine too. But some of you guys might like this quick way. I want you to try it. Okay. All right. So if I know that the sale is 60% off, I know what percentage is left over. Sales price is going to be 40%. There is my percentage. 40 over 100. P over 199.95. And then you solve. Go and put in the chat, what do you think you got? Yep, good, good, good. Yen, you might have found just the discount. I want the final answer, right? And again, if you're confused right now, you want to use yesterday's method, you can. But again, I want to challenge a few of you. Some of you, I think you'll like this method a little bit better. It's faster. All right, anyone want to try it? See it? Put an answer in the chat. I got a few people got it. Yep, good. Maya, good. Wilson. So Kelly, good. Yen, good. Ni, yep. All right. Or Yen, almost. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So again, where did I get this 40 from? That's the big question, is where'd you get the 40 from? The 40 represents what's left over. Okay? The 40 represents what's left over. That's straight to the final answer. This is the straight to the final answer way. All right, so P times 100 is 100P. 1995 times 40 is going to give me 7998. Divide by 100. P is equal to $79.98. Now you might say, Mr. Leong, don't have to subtract that or something? No, you don't have to subtract it. That's the final answer. That's the sales price. So the cool thing about this method is it takes you right to the end. The only problem with this method is if you want to know how much you saved, you'd have to subtract it later. So I don't know how much money I saved here. I just know what the final answer is. Does that make sense? Right? On the other method, I knew both. I knew how much I saved, and then I subtract. But this is really fast. Okay? Does anyone like this method? Anyone raise your hand? Think this is great? Nee likes it a lot? Okay. Yeah. I would think Nee, yeah, Matthew kind of. You would like this method, especially if you're an equation person, because it's really, really fast. All you have to do is this. If you're an equation method person, you would do it like this. You would say, all right, 0.40 times 199.95. And that's it. If you're an equation person, you really like this method because it's one step in your calculator, right? Super fast.
So Mr. Leon, you just get the sale price and then just subtract 100 and then get the money number and then just multiply those.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, Nee's got it. Because we got to think about what percentage is, right? Let's try another example, okay? And again, if you're really confused, you don't have to use this method. It's not the most important thing in the world. But this is a really valuable life skill, I think, because this is really helpful if you understand what we're trying to do here, okay? So again, the key was, like Nee was saying, here's the sale. So I found the sale, what is left over. If the sale is 60%, then 40% is left over, right? If the sale is 25%, 75% is left over, so on and so forth. Let's actually try that, okay? So let's say we are going to, what's something we want to buy? Someone just put it in the chat or say out loud, what's something we want to buy?
An iPad.
An iPad. All right, so we're going to buy a new iPad. And how much does an iPad cost? Anyone have an idea?
$600.
$1K.
Yeah, I'm like $600. That's pretty cheap. $1K? All right, $1,000. Sure. There's $1,000. Okay. Oops, not percentage. Sorry. All right, an iPad costs $1,000. All right, what's our sale? How much is our discount? Someone shout out a number. 30% discount. Okay. How much does my iPad cost now? Mm-hmm. Good, good. All right, go and put in the chat when you got it. Good job. Thank you. one seems, yeah, that's better. Thank you. All right, anyone else? Thank you. All right, good job, everyone. Okay. 2 different ways to do it. This is how we did it yesterday. 30 over 100 is equal to P over 1,000. P is equal to 300, but then you have to subtract. So our sales price is equal to 1,000 minus 300, which is $700. That's how we did it yesterday. Today, if you like to use a fast method, this is what I would have done. I would say, well, 70% is left. So then I could just say the sales price is equal to 0.70 times 1,000. And I get 700. All right. So you see, there's 2 different ways to do this. Actually, there's 2 more. Like you technically could do method 1 with an equation, and you can do method 2 with a proportion. So there's technically 4 ways you could do this one problem, right? Depending on if you like the proportion, the equation, so forth. Hopefully you can see why I like this version, because it is so fast. It's so fast in your calculator, so it's really easy to do. But if you don't like it and you don't understand it, then don't worry about it. Keep doing what you were doing from yesterday. That makes sense? Okay, I'm leaving you guys choice. Remember, you choose whatever makes sense to you, okay? Because either way is correct. It doesn't matter to me.